What's up guys, Tony here, welcome back. Hey, today we're going to talk about a problem that every Harley Sportster has. It actually comes from the factory this way. And what we're talking about is blowback, blow-by, whatever the hell you want to call it. And basically what this is, for you all that have installed an aftermarket air cleaner, you've already dealt with this system and you kind of know what I'm talking about. But what it is, there's two breather bolts in the heads. And from those breather bolts, there are usually some 3/8, quarter inch, whatever you got tubing that reroutes right back into the throttle body. And what that is the heads produce a high pressure oil mist. And instead of porting it out into the atmosphere, Harley redirects it back into your throttle body, which basically blows a fine oil mist back into your motor. I really never thought anything about it. I thought Harley designed it this way. Every air cleaner I've purchased rerouted it right back in there. Really never thought anything about it. And then when I converted my bike to the 1275 Hammer, I pulled off, let me show you. This is one of my cylinder heads. I'm not sure which one it was. And inside is still the existing piston. Now I bought this bike brand new, so I know, how the bike was ridden. It wasn't ridden hard. It had about 4,500 miles on it when I did this conversion. And as you can see, the piston in here is very black with carbon buildup, and that is just in 4,500 miles. When I took it apart, I looked at it and I was like, that's a lot of carbon. But I really didn't think anything about it. So I put the conversion kit on and reinstalled everything the way that it was and went on about my merry way. So I had a few people call and ask me about this blowback. So I started doing some research, and what I found is the people that have made solutions for this, their logic is sound. Keeping the oil mist out of the motor is going to create less carbon buildup, and it's going to keep a cleaner internal motor. The internals of your motor are going to remain cleaner because this blowback is not being redirected into the motor. And also, you're going to get a performance boost because we go out and we spend all this money on these aftermarket air cleaners to get more air in our bike, but then we're still pumping this oil mist right back into it, which is kind of counterproductive. So by rerouting this mist to an external can or filter system is going to give cleaner air to the motor, which in turn is going to make it perform better. So the logic is sound. So I went out and I looked at a few companies that had solutions for this, and the one I went with was DK Customs. And the reason I went with DK Customs is I have purchased some stuff from them in the past, and all their stuff has been excellent. Fit and finish, great. Everything fits. It works the way that it's supposed to. They ship really fast. Everything they have is just really thought out, and it works. And they have come up with a lot of solutions to these little problems that us Sportster owners have. And this is one of them. They have 3 or 4 different options. I went with their premium catch can system, which was their most expensive. It was about $100. They do have cheaper ones. But I got it in the mail today. So let's get it unboxed. Let's take a look at it and see what we got. And then we're going to go out and we're going to get it installed on the bike. Alright guys, so we got it all unboxed. I got it laid out here. And basically what we got is we got some 3/8 tubing that we're going to use for the actual routing. Here, like I said, I got the catch can. So this is the catch can here. And if we give it, let's see if I can get it apart here. And as you can see, there is a sponge inside. And this is what catches the oil residue, and it's vented from the top to let the gases escape. So that is what's actually going to catch it. So also what they gave us some zip ties, they gave us a bunch of hose clamps, they gave us 2 different T-fittings, one black and one brass, I guess depending on the style that you're looking for on your bike. I'm probably going to use the brass one. It just looks a little more heavy duty than this little plastic one here, so I'm probably going to use that. And then the big thing is the banjo bolts. So instead of a breather head bolt, we have banjo bolts. And basically the way these work is you're going to put a washer on, going to put your actual fitting, and another one, and that's going to screw into the head. So again, a really good thought out system. They give you everything you need. Thumbs up to DK for a well thought out kit. And of course we got some instructions and whatnot. And they do have options. You can get this in chrome or black. I chose for the black, or upgrade the hose to like a chrome hose or a black fiber hose. I just went with the stock. If I end up keeping the system on the bike, I'll probably go ahead and get a nicer hose for it so it just looks better. But for now, we're just going to install it this way and see if it does what it's supposed to do. So let's go out to the garage and get this thing installed. So all right guys, here we are out on the bike, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and disassemble this air cleaner. So we're going to remove this. We're going to remove the actual element. So when I remove this, you may see, not too bad, a little bit of the blowback there. But as you can tell, these are the hoses that reroute from the breather head back behind and into the system. What we're going to do is go ahead and disassemble this whole thing here. Get this last screw out here. It's being a little temperamental. There we go. And I'm going to put this someplace safe. From there we should be able to remove this plate. It's a little snug. All right, clean this situation off. As you can see, there's quite a bit of gunk in there. So from here, I guess what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove these all together. The thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the breather bolt. So that breather bolt is out. So I'm going to go ahead and thread in this banjo bolt. This is a 3/4 inch bolt. I'm not going to tighten it down all the way yet. So now I'm going to go ahead and remove this side. I'm going to try to keep these little O-rings in here. And now I'm just going to thread this one in. Alright, I'm just doing these hand tight just to get them in where they need to go there. Okay, so from there, we're going to start routing some hose. So we're going to install one here. Just push it into place for now. And we're going to install one here. And just push it into place for now. Alright, now we need to figure out this T-fitting. So what I'm thinking, somewhere right around in there. We're not very exact yet. This is just kind of a rough fit. Maybe along those lines. I'm going to do some fitting here, guys, and get this the way that I want, and then we'll be back. Basically, I'm just going to start trimming this stuff up, getting it where I want it to be, and then we'll be back. All right, guys, here we go. We are all installed. I still need to put back my air cleaner back together, but what I did is 2 banjo bolts. These get torqued down 10 to 12 foot-pounds. You don't want to go crazy, and they do get Loctited, so I did Loctite them in. I cut the hosing to the size that I wanted, installed the T, just a little piece of hosing here to catch the catch can, and I did use zip ties on everything except the catch can. It was a little loose, so I used one of the clamps for it. But it's a pretty straightforward installation, pretty easy. It looks like it's going to work. We're going to reroute these gases down in this catch can that is vented, so it should catch the oil and the gases should escape from the top. I'm going to go ahead and get everything back together again, and we'll take a look at the finished product and see what we think. But as of right now, it's very... Oh, and I did have 2 holes up here originally for the original tubes that came through that rerouted it back into the throttle body. I just put some black tape over that, so that way those holes are blocked and no debris can get into the air cleaner. So let me go ahead and get this thing back together again, and then we'll come back and we'll take a look at the finished product. So all right, guys, here's our finished product. Everything's back together. Banjo bolts are tight, 10 to 12 foot-pounds. I routed the cabling right behind, it's pretty much behind the air cleaner there. And then I just have this little bit sticking down for the oil can itself. Everything seems to be working the way that it should. Let's give the bike a start. There we go. So I don't see any leaks. Everything seems to be working fine. So there we go, guys. Everything installed, good to go. Install was a breeze, very easy. The hardest part is just figuring out where you want to put this. They give you enough hose where you could reroute this and drop it down below the bike if you didn't want to see it, or you could really put it anywhere you want to. The only thing they do recommend is that the vents do point up. I guess that's for leakage, so it just doesn't leak out. Banjo bolts look great. They have a nice chrome finish on them. For you guys that don't like chrome, you're out of luck. I don't know if they have black ones or not. But like I said, install was a breeze, very easy. Even dealing with a Vance & Hines air intake and not one of theirs, I'd imagine if you use one of DK Customs intakes, it's even going to be a little easier to install. But this took me all of about 20-25 minutes. Like I said, the hardest part was just determining the length to cut the hoses. So there you go, guys. There's the install of the DK Premium Custom Can System. Like I said, install very easy, very well thought out system. It's definitely doing what it's supposed to. It's rerouting. I didn't have any leaks. Instructions were clear, just very easy to install. Another great product from DK. Thumbs up, guys. Really good job on that. We're going to put it through its paces. I'm going to put some miles on the bike, and then I'm going to come back and tell you what I thought about it. Well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me some thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please smash that subscribe button right over there. And until next time, guys, like always, ride safe and be careful out there. Later.